For sure.
Hey, you try to get over, you're gonna go under. What that fool say? I said you try to get over.
Here we
you
are.
gonna go under.
We're back, everybody.
We're back.
What it do?
The boys are back in town.
2020.
2020, the first episode of the new decade, dude. Feels good to be back. Feels good to be back.
It does. Happy New Year, everyone.
Hope 2020 brings you plenty.
Ooh, I like that.
I just made it up in my head.
I'm Will. He's Shaw. Got Brian over there.
What's good?
Happy New Year, guys. I want to hear what y'all did on your New Year's Eve. I know, like, we're all old men at this point, and we don't do exciting shit anymore. But
basically, I went to my brother's house with my girl and hung out with my brother and his wife and my niece. And honestly, like,
Very nice.
I don't know how the heck she stayed up so late, but like she stayed up till almost midnight.
yeah,
And yeah, we had a good time, man. We just ate food, hung out, talked shit, and just
Yeah. I remember the struggle of being a little kid and trying to stay up for midnight.
yeah, she did it though. She didn't even really. She doesn't really get.
How old
it
is she?
4. She just turned 4, and her birthday was on Saturday. This past
Nice.
Saturday.
nice.
She just turned 4. Happy birthday, baby girl, Naya.
Saturday. What was that? The first? The second?
This 4th, the 4th.
The fourth.
Yeah. So
Very nice.
excuse me. Yeah. So
May the fourth be with her.
How about you, B? What'd you do?
yeah.
Me, I went to the beach in Bal Harbor
Nice.
with my girl and her sister and her boyfriend.
Fireworks.
Yeah, I saw some fireworks. They have the Sunny Isles firework display from there. It's pretty sick.
Nice.
I think they do it off the pier. I should have stayed more north. I was going to go to Hollover, but Hollover seemed like super dark and like black. Like everything was like closed. I was like, oh shit, this looks sketchy. So then we just went a little further down.
Everything was full, huh?
Parked right in front of Flanagan's and just walked like the beach, right there on like Surfside and like 90, whatever.
Oh, got you.
Jumped on the beach. Bunch of people were out there playing music. Had like a blanket, fireworks.
Oh, that's awesome, bro.
Had some champagne. Saw all the, and you see the big ass show. It's pretty sick.
Nice.
From Hollover. From Bal Harbor.
I think it was the Sunny Isles, like from the pier around there. Maybe they do it. I don't know. I didn't know they did it. I didn't know where they were gonna come from. I know if you go to the beach for, being a beach native, you always go to the beach. You're gonna see fireworks somewhere up the coast or down the coast.
Or if
somewhere.
you know somebody lives in an apartment, in a high rise.
Yeah, people were blasting them off right there on the beach where I was.
You just go stand on somebody's balcony too and just watch all. When I lived in downtown, that's what I used to do. I had a key to the roof of my building. So I used to go to the roof of my building. It was like the 25th floor.
Yeah,
just stand up
view.
there, and it was down the street from Bayside, all up in downtown, just looking at all the fireworks. For 4th of July, New Year's, I would have little parties up there, quiet little parties. If we got caught, I would have got in trouble. But
And Will, you were out of town, huh?
Yeah, I was in Brazil. Spent it with the West family.
That's awesome, bro.
Had a great
That's
time.
Beautiful.
Cool.
So we were on the beach in Brazil, and just the beach over there. Like, first of all, New Year's Eve is like the biggest holiday of the year for Brazilians. Like, they take New Year's Eve like super seriously.
That's cool.
And just the beaches out there. It's so much fun on the beach. It's such a different vibe than the beaches here in Miami.
Yeah.
Like, the beach out there is a party. Like, you spend all day, there's like vendors that are just walking by with tons of shit that they're selling.
Everyone's
you.
out there like juggling and doing
Yeah,
like crazy.
exactly.
Like,
There's sports and all these different things.
Like throwing frisbees.
Like, you got guys coming with coconut water to give you
that's
coconut
where you have
water.
like the big mountains in the background
yeah,
too, right?
yeah, exactly.
Awesome, yeah.
That
Beach
shit's
is
so
beautiful.
sick. I always wanted to go there.
The famous one is Copacabana Beach in Rio, but we weren't in Rio. We were in a town called Guarujá, which is an hour outside of Sao Paulo with no traffic, 3 hours with traffic. And just like the vibe there is amazing. Just like, again, coconut water, ice cream, music,
so cool.
Selling sports stuff. There's tons. It's like an outdoor mall.
Everyone's like tan, wearing thongs and shit.
There's a lot of that. Yeah.
There's a lot of
It's awesome, bro. Brazilians are crazy. There's all flip flops and thongs, bro.
It's
the
awesome.
Dudes and the chicks, bro. Nobody gives a shit.
I wish we had a beach like that here in Miami, but like I guess there's like laws and stuff about selling things on the beach. I don't know.
Only when they allow it and stuff or something. And it probably causes too much pollution into the water and shit like that.
I don't know.
Too much,
the water looks great out there.
No, I know. They just probably have a better system of running shit over there. They just got.
Did you go see that big statue thing?
That's in
statue?
Rio. That's in Rio.
You didn't go to Rio?
No, I go to Sao Paulo.
Sao Paulo.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I agree. I think they should have something like that. Because in India, they have something like that.
Yeah.
And
it's so much
You're
more
not
fun.
allowed to do that like here?
I don't know. I think there's some legalities, or else you would think there'd be tons of vendors.
You'd be mad vendors on the beach selling you shit.
Yeah.
Probably got paid. It's probably too much for licenses and shit. People
I just don't think we have enough like sand. There's not enough space.
On South Beach, there's absolutely enough sand.
Yeah.
There's so
I
much
guess
sand
on
on
South Beach,
Beach.
yeah, there is. But I think the hotels maybe like own that property.
Oh
so
no, yeah.
people,
All these rules were like all these the parts of the beach that is behind the
I always say,
hotels.
like,
Like they own
in
it
Brazil,
now.
it's like-
They can make the calls on whoever
Yeah.
is on there and shit. That's gonna become that. I think that's so stupid, man. I think that's so fucked up. Shouldn't be their call. It should be the public's beach.
Yeah, I agree. All right, getting into some sports talk. So actually a very, very timely show today because we're here about to record this episode and Tua is about to make his announcement. In the next couple minutes, we're going to know if Tua's declaring for the 2020 NFL Draft. This has major implications for the Dolphins. This announcement that's going to happen in a few minutes is going to change the course of what the Dolphins' next few years will look like. This decision
sir.
that this kid makes.
Potentially.
So we can't understate the importance of this. We're going to have a little clip streamed here into the show. We'll watch it together, and then we'll get into some commentary. If he stays in Alabama or if he comes to the draft, we need to talk about it and all the ramifications that come with it.
How would you feel if like when the draft happens and it happens and like we're sitting there expecting them to get to everything's good, chilling, and they go and pick up like an
A
offensive
fucking lineman? Oh, it'd be the most Dolphin thing ever.
Oh my god! I just got that feeling call up on my spine. Like,
Yeah.
I just thought about it. Oh my god, it's cringeworthy.
We need linemen, but we need a franchise quarterback.
No, we can
more
get
than
some good
anything.
linemen with those extra 2 picks, bro. I would spend those on one on offensive lineman and maybe on the other one on like a defensive lineman or a cornerback. Bro, that cornerback though, that declared from Ohio State, I forget his name, bro. They're saying he's gonna go number 3 now.
The cornerback.
The cornerback.
Not the defensive end, Nick Young.
No. Chase Young's
Chase
supposedly
Young,
gonna
yeah.
go number 2, or whoever has number 2 or 3. I think he's gonna go to They're saying he's gonna go to the Redskins.
The Giants. The Giants.
The Giants, but now they're saying the Giants might take Jerry Jeudy, that receiver, or this cornerback. He might be 2 or 3, but Chase Young, bro, he's solid. But this cornerback, bro, I don't know. He wasn't gonna declare, but then he declared. He's like the best thing since Jalen Ramsey. So.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish the Dolphins needed a cornerback really badly, bro, because this guy's a generational type player too. But we need a QB more than anything, and then offensive lineman, in my opinion. So,
All right. Well, it looks like Tua is about to get set up, and we're going to
let's do this.
get into the
Let's
clip.
go.
All right. So here we got. Here's Tua's decision. If he's coming to the NFL or staying in Alabama. What's the decision, Tua?
I had a difficult time making this decision about my future. But first and foremost, I want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for this opportunity to stand before you all with my decision. My love for the University of Alabama, our coaches, our fans, and my teammates has made this especially hard for me. I have had the advice and counsel of my parents, my family, and coaches in going through a thorough analysis of the alternatives. And without further ado, with lots of prayers, thoughts, and guidance, I have decided that I will be declaring and entering the 2020 NFL Draft.
Yeah, baby.
All right.
Here we go.
Awesome. All right. So thoughts, Sean?
Yeah,
You excited?
baby.
You feeling good?
I mean, look, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you guys. I'm happy, but I hope his injury must not be. Well, I hope his injury is not too serious. You know what I'm saying? And if he gets past all that stuff, from what I hear, we're gonna draft him regardless. If he does come to us, and he's gonna have to sit for some time anyways, so he's probably gonna miss some of the season. I hope Ryan Fitzpatrick stays there, so we get a good solid quarterback to groom him. I'm fucking psyched. I mean, this could be this could be our Kyler Murray. This could be our fucking Baker Mayfield. This could be our fucking.
No, not our Baker Mayfield.
No, Baker
That's not
Mayfield's a
good.
baller, bro. When they get a coach in there this year, bro, Cleveland's gonna be good next year. Mark my words. They just need a coach in there. They let the idiots run the freaking what's the saying they call it? The idiots run the show, or
They
the
let the clowns run the circus.
clowns run the circus. Thank you, bro. That was it. That's exactly what happened there, bro. Freddie Kitchens was
Bunch
the
of
wrong coach to be there.
clowns.
So, but we got everything in place now, man. And if he falls to us, but one thing that I'm kind of worried about that I will say, I'm hearing Detroit might not be sticking with Stafford.
Detroit. I was worried about Detroit.
You know?
But again, he's got a huge contract. I don't think you can get out of that.
But wouldn't you, if you could get your quarterback of the future, wouldn't you? Even if you had Matt Stafford on a fat contract and let him sit behind. But then what are you going to do? Have 2 injured good quarterbacks at the same time? So, yeah, it puts him in between a rock and a hard place. But that might be something we got to worry about.
I think I just saw some instant reactions on social media saying just trade up to 3 and get him. Offer like a 3rd round pick. If you really, really
We're
like
going to have
him.
to offer probably one of our future firsts or something. We want that
Probably.
high, bro. Look what that happened with Trubisky in San Francisco that 2-3 years ago, remember? They had to trade freaking like 2 first-round picks to move up to from 3 to 2.
Yep.
So it depends on whose bluff we're gonna call, because we could get played, because the Niners weren't even gonna draft him that year. This guy, what's his face, Trubisky.
Mhm.
They said we weren't even going to draft him, but we just kind of fleeced these guys.
Yeah.
John Lynch played him. So I hope that doesn't happen to us. Because
This is the guy. Listen, you know my position on this. I said it multiple times on this show. You keep drafting a quarterback until you get your guy. You take this kid with the top 5 pick. You trade up if you have to. You see what you got. You let him work a year under Ryan Fitzpatrick or some other veteran quarterback. And if it works out and you see the potential in a year or two, great. If not, you just keep drafting until you find your guy. But this guy has star potential.
Absolutely.
He's going to put butts in the seats. He's going to sell tickets.
Hell yeah.
He is, just a full-on potential franchise guy. Yeah. And they don't come often. And honestly, still, you give me the choice of either Joe Burrow or Tua, I'm taking Tua. I want the star potential. I don't want the Carson Wentz ceiling, which is what people are comparing Joe Burrow to.
They are?
They are. They're comparing him to Carson Wentz.
Really?
Like every comparable is Carson
Carson
Wentz.
was a first pick in the draft.
He was also, but we talked about this on the show before. We still don't know if Carson Wentz is a franchise guy, if he's a star quarterback or not. He's okay. He's serviceable. Yeah. Was he a star? I don't think he's a star. So I like this kid Tua. I could see him looking good in a Miami Dolphin uniform. Most importantly, he'll get the franchise invigorated again. The fans will love the move. So you got to go for it. You got to go for it. And Joe Burrow having the season that he's had and becoming that number 1 pick is the best thing that could have happened for the Dolphins, because the Bengals were going to take the top-rated quarterback on the board. Yeah. Not to say that they're going to do their homework on Tua, because they will. Yeah. But you're very lucky that Burrow had the season he had and that Tua got hurt, because now you have the potential to get him at 5.
Can you guys pronounce his last name?
Tua, they call him.
Don't look at it. Don't look at it.
I'm not looking at him. Looking right at your face. They call him Tunga Viola. I hate the way they pronounce it.
Viola.
I don't think it's.
No, it's really not Tunga. There's no N.
Yeah, but that's how it sounded.
I think it's called Tua
Tagovailoa. Tagovailoa.
That's how it's spelled.
But they say tongue?
They say Tunga Viola. It annoys me because I don't know if it's really pronounced that way, but I guess if it is, then yeah, it's Tunga Viola. But whatever, he's Tua, man. That's it. I'm not worried about his last
name. He's going to take us straight to a championship, son.
Yeah, straight up. I mean, if we get an offensive line, man, with the money that we have right now, and we draft properly, man, this is,
let's go.
We got. This isn't a 4-year plan to rebuild the Dolphins, guys. This is a fucking 1-year, 2-year plan tops that the Dolphins had this plan for. Stephen Ross, basically, they're saying Stephen Ross is not going to let this team go 5-11 again. He doesn't want it. He's not going to allow it, and he's going to do whatever he can. So he's going to make sure they spend that money. I just hope they spend it right, and I just hope that they get the O-line, bro.
All right, it's cool because we're going to get Tom Brady to groom him.
I think we should. I think we should give that a shot. If he's leaving the Patriots and he's willing to come down here for a year or two, what
do people from up there do? From New England, they come down to Miami, they retire, they live in Boca, they fucking chill.
I mean, exactly. I mean, Tom Brady, the weather might help him a little bit. The cold probably messing with his old bones right now. A year, I'll take Tom Brady for a year or two if he still could throw and play. And we got a solid O-line and a good running back. If we go pick up a Chris Henry, what the hell is the running back for the Titans? Chris Henry? What the hell? Wherever the Titans running back, he's gonna be a free agent.
Derrick Henry.
He's gonna be free agent. Maybe bust off a trade for Le'Veon Bell because the Jets don't fucking want him. And I'll take Le'Veon Bell with a solid quarterback and a solid offensive line any day of the week because you saw what he did in freaking Pittsburgh. He was a beast. Yeah. He was the best receiver almost behind Brown, and the best running back in the league at the same time. To get that guy for $52 million for 4 years is a joke.
Look, I think as far as Tom Brady goes, you got to do your homework on Fitz and if he's coming back. If Fitz wants to come back, I think he's a good guy to groom.
I think he does. Tua. He seems happy.
He does seem very happy, but he's got a bunch of kids. Shaw, you heard a rumor that his wife wants him to retire?
Supposedly, I was listening to the radio the other day. His wife she's done with it. She wants him to.
How many kids did you say they had?
They have 7 or 8.
Yeah, 7.
7 or 8 kids.
Something like that, yeah.
They live in Tampa. They got a beautiful home up there because he was on the Buccaneers last year or whatever. Yeah. They got a nice home up there. They're really happy. Suppose his wife does not want to leave and move down here. The kids are in school and everything up there. But they're saying that Ryan Fitzpatrick wants to stick with the Dolphins long term after he's done. And he's made a lot of good friends in this franchise with all the work that he's done this last year and just the camaraderie that he's built with everybody. So they want to keep him long term, but his wife is giving him issues. So they're saying he might take 6 weeks off when all this practice shit stops. He might not be around for 6 to 8 weeks when the offseason shit starts. So we'll see. And I don't know if the Dolphins are going to want to wait that long for an answer. You know, so we might not. I mean, we want him back, but I mean, what are we talking about? Ryan Fitzpatrick here? The same, you know, like
Yeah, I don't know.
Tom Brady.
this ain't LeBron James. We're waiting for a decision, buddy.
I don't also see the Patriots forcing Brady's hand. I feel like the Patriots are going to let him decide when to walk away. I don't see that situation playing out like a lot of people think it's going to play out, where they're just going to be like, Tom, it's time to move on.
I mean, bro, they said it last year when they restructured his contract to make him a free agent this summer, bro.
Maybe.
Like this year, I'm saying, like, I just think it's time. The way they lost, bro, the way they played at the end of the year, bro. I feel like Bill Belichick. I feel like there's something wrong there. I feel like Bill Belichick is setting him up for because I think he's still bitter about the Jimmy Garoppolo situation. How they traded Jimmy away when he didn't want that to happen, and I think he's just bitter. Look, he could have surrounded Tom with a lot better talent this year, and he didn't even pull the trigger. You know, like he didn't even try. Kept these rookies around him. You know, and how the hell do you expect to go to the defense? Ain't gonna take you to the fucking championship in a league like this. You gotta have an offense.
Yeah.
Running game disappeared. Like it seemed like he did nothing about it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think everybody's just ready to part ways, you know, and I don't think Tom's done yet. And I heard some rumblings about Bill Belichick's dream job was the New York Giants job. And that job is available right now. I would not be surprised if he left either, because him and Robert Kraft ain't on the best terms.
No
as
way,
well.
dude. They're gonna do the same shit again next year, bro.
I'm just saying, everybody has the opportunity to just leave now.
Nobody's going anywhere.
I think Tom Brady's gone.
I don't think so.
I hope you're right. But at the same time, like,
Why would he do it now? Why now? What's he gonna do anywhere else? He's not gonna lead anybody else to a championship.
Then he should probably just retire, bro, because he doesn't have anything left to prove either.
Yeah, he doesn't. That's what I'm saying. That's why he might as well just stay there
But
or retire.
When a guy like him and Peyton Manning have so much love for a game, bro, like it's in their blood, it's in their DNA, like that's all they know.
But
Like,
you're gonna
they don't
go
wanna
into
just
another
walk
team
away.
and bust your ass with a bunch of scrubs.
No, that's what I'm saying. If we have a team to build and play
Yeah.
around him, because we have the receivers, we get an O-line, and we get a star running back, dude, you know, and we have a good receiving core. We got Gesicki, we got Devontae, we got Preston Williams, we got, you know, we got a plethora of receivers to and whoever else we're going to draft and pick up in free agency. If we spend our money right, bro, we could build an all-star team in 1 year. It's all about coaching and structure. Look what the fucking Browns did. They put all that shit together. Great draft, great everything. And what the fuck happened? 6-10. They won one more game than us. The Dolphins are operating with a fucking $60 million payroll. The Browns are operating with
Well, we had a nice little run there at the end
but
because nobody was respecting us.
exactly, but the Browns are operating with a $140 million payroll this year. And how much our payroll was? It's like 59 mil. That's how much our team players were worth. We were operating at that low of a payroll, and look what we did. Like, imagine if we do things right.
All right, we'll drink some water so you sound.
I know, bro. My
better.
voice is like going away in my back. I'm excited. my water's already done.
It'll be
Hype,
interesting.
bro.
It'll be interesting to see what the
Can keep it on the table,
mock
just put it
drafts
on
that
that
come out and what the the draft analysts say. He's going to be linked to the Dolphins at 5 in probably 90% of mock drafts.
Detroit. Detroit's my only concern.
I don't see Detroit as a concern. I don't think you can get out from under that contract. I don't know what the rules are with how you escape that money. He's
Yeah, but what's Tua going to be worth for 4 years, 5 years, 32 mil? That's
Something like
nothing.
that.
That's the rookie contract is for a quarterback in the first round, first pick.
yeah, I don't know.
I hope not.
Yeah.
I'm just playing devil's advocate here.
Yeah, I see the Dolphins potentially exploring trading up into getting into that top 3 just to.
I would just holler at Detroit and be like, "Yo, realistically,
Right.
do y'all want to take him? If you
Right.
do, just be real with me.
Right.
If not, let's make something happen because I want to guarantee my spot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to wait till draft day and somebody else comes offers you a better trade because they want to fuck with the Dolphins.
Mm-hmm.
True
All right.
that.
Well,
Good
interesting.
shit.
Yep. We'll look and track the story. As
Good
it-
news though. Good news
Yeah,
for sure.
news,
yeah, that's
man.
big for the Dolphins.
Yeah.
Big
Something
news.
to look forward to in the summertime when there's not a
There
lot
you go.
going on.
Something, might get a nice. The guy was a big star in college, so right.
Dude was a man.
Mhm.
And you know, there has a lot of potential to draft some good depth in this draft coming up too. There's a lot of good quarterbacks they can get later. Like Jalen Hurts, like Brian, when we were talking about a second ago, he could be a great pick in the 3rd round to have some depth on your squad, bro. I'd take that guy, 5th year senior,
Yep.
throw him on my squad, bro, any day of the week.
While we're on the topic of NFL, we won't spend too much time on this, but we should talk about the wild card weekend and go over the scores real quick.
Woo! Wild card.
First off, we'll start with the Bills and the Texans. Very close game, I think closer than most people thought. The Bills came out, rather. They came out really, really hot. They had that trick play, and just they came out rolling. They looked like they were going to hand it to the Texans, and then the Texans, they were shut out in the first half, but then they turned it on in the 3rd and 4th quarter, ended up forcing overtime. And the whole game turned on this one play by Deshaun Watson where the dude got hammered twice. You have no idea. Those 2 defensive linemen were coming through with such force. He escaped both tackles and then threw the the pass that set up the field goal.
That was badass.
So, I mean, props to Deshaun
I
Watson.
saw the previews.
Huge game. And honestly, even though I have a lot of Bills fans in my life, I know a lot of people that like the Bills. The more exciting team that you want to see moving forward is the Texans. You know, you don't want to see the Bills.
Everybody, I know, absolutely. But, you know, at the same time, like, the Bills it was an admirable run that they had this year. Great for them.
Yep.
But yeah, you don't want to see them advance over freaking Houston. Let's be real.
The next game, we got to talk about the end of the era potentially. We just talked a little bit about it, but the Titans go into New England and beat the Patriots 20-13 on the shoulders of Derrick Henry, 34 carries for 182 yards and 1 touchdown.
Sorry, guys. I'm blowing it.
I didn't know that happened.
So, Derrick Henry's performance. I mean, 34 carries, bro. You don't see that often in the NFL these days.
Not in the playoffs, but he's been doing it in the regular season, bro. Really, really well.
Did the Patriots play bad or did the other team play well?
It was one of those like defensive kind of slugfests. There was like not a lot of offense.
Bro, the Patriots offense is non-existent.
But you also no quarterback.
When was the last time?
Well, Brady's last throw was a pick 6, right?
Well, yeah. When was the last time a Patriots team scored 13 points in the playoffs? Bro?
Yeah.
Let's be real. Their offense is done. They're duds. Their running game is done.
They only have Edelman left, right?
They had Edelman. The receivers are shit. They should have tried to make it.
They dropped a pass too. He dropped a couple of passes. Edelman.
Yeah, and they should have tried to make it work out with Antonio Brown when they had him on the team. Because honestly, if they would have never cut him, I think he would have still been playing and probably been able to play in the playoffs. But like whatever, they didn't do anything to fix their problem, and they relied on rookies. Like get the fuck out of here, bro.
Bye, Brady. Get some rest, buddy.
Brady needed help, bro. They didn't give it to him.
Get some rest.
The Derrick Henry, bro. If the Titans don't lock him up, bro, Miami, go scoop that man up.
Yeah.
ASAP.
He's a beast. He doesn't catch a lot of passes, but I mean, as far as just a regular ground and pound runner, he's probably the best.
He had a good little Kenyon Drake type running back behind him, bro. You got a good little 1-2 combo right there.
Mm-hmm. So the potential end of the Tom Brady era. We'll see what happens there and what they do. Then on the Sunday games, the Vikings go into New Orleans and take down what was my Super Bowl champion prediction.
So I shot you out on Facebook.
I just saw that right before the show. Literally, I was like, "Oh, shot!" You know,
blew that. Who that? No. They blew that.
They blew that. Yeah. So well-deserved call out again.
I mean, I was there agreeing with you to some extent. So,
yeah,
I mean, it's really disappointing.
They look like they had it figured out on both sides of the ball. The Vikings seem to have the Saints' number, whatever it is.
This Kirk Cousins, man.
Yeah.
If anybody got shit to talk, bro.
He really came through after a very slow start and a lot of criticism. Props to Kirk Cousins for shutting it all out and doing a great job in the second half.
A round of applause. I mean, he's not my boy that much, but he deserved that a little bit.
Props to Kirk.
Yeah, good job.
So you just got to press the button once.
I have quick fingers, man. A lot of guys talked a lot of shit about that guy, and he came back and did it in a very humble, respectful way. No shit talk, just showed it on the field in a respectful manner. I give the guy a lot of props.
Kirk Cousins?
Yeah, yep. Kirk Cousins. Everybody on the team talks shit
the
about
Vikings,
him.
right?
Yeah, they all shit on him. The receivers had to like tell him a bunch of shit through the media and stuff in the locker rooms. When he just came back home, he's like, "I'm sorry, it is my fault. I'm gonna do better." Yeah. And all he did was do better.
And now they're going to the Super Bowl, baby.
They potentially could be going, man.
I'm going for the Packers, dude.
Fuck the Packers, man.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers, that's my shit.
Aaron Rodgers, fuck me.
Bro, don't make me wear my Green Bay fucking.
You could if you want.
My Green Bay jersey tomorrow, dude. I got the cheese head too. I'll bring that shit.
I'll do it if they win. Do it. I just don't like the Packers.
No, the Green Bowl Packers, bro. That's my team.
Final wild card game. Seahawks go into Philadelphia and beat the Eagles. A lot of road teams winning on wild card weekend.
Yeah, bro.
So the Seahawks move on. DK Metcalf, big game, 7 receptions, 160 yards, and a touchdown. I mean, as a rookie wide receiver, it usually takes a few years for rookies.
Oh, I'm sorry. The Seahawks were the road team?
Yeah, they were the road team.
Oh, because the Eagles won their division, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so bad.
Yeah, even though the Eagles had a 9-7 record and the Seahawks were 11-5, the Eagles were the division winners.
That's insane.
Eagles, another team that blew it.
Yes.
Eagles just
all season.
Yeah, all season. Them and the Cowboys just stunk up their whole conference.
Yep.
Disappointments.
All right, let's get into some NBA talk. We got a lot to cover when it comes to the Heat. There's been a lot of developments since the last time we spoke about them, which was 2 weeks ago. So I want to cover all that, go over the games, and talk about some key performances. But before that, I think it's only fitting that we do a moment of silence for David Stern and what a big impact he's made in the NBA. The NBA wouldn't be where it's at without the impact of David Stern and the mark he's left on the league.
So. Absolutely.
Quick moment of silence. So I think the last game that we talked about when it came to the Miami Heat was the Bulls game? No, correct me if I'm wrong. Which one was it? It was the Knicks and Heat. It was the Knicks and Heat on 12-20.
Yes, sir.
So then the Jazz came into town, Donovan Mitchell, and we beat the Jazz 107-104. So that was a good start. Then into the Indiana game where we had those two back-to-back close games, Indiana and the 76ers, both won by 1 point. Let's just go right into the 76ers game. The Indiana game was great, and we were able to claw it out. But I think the 76ers game was
one thing I just wanted to add. Donovan Mitchell stated very openly and clearly that Tyler Hero shut him down.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And
I didn't see that.
I just wanted to say that because that's huge.
That is
from
big.
A superstar to a rookie.
Yeah.
That's big time
On
stuff.
the defensive end.
Defensively and offensively.
Amazing.
He's like, he shut me down.
So let's get into the 76ers game because this was the game that got all the national attention. After this game, the Heat were ranked as the second best team in the NBA. And just in general, everybody was talking about this team nationally afterwards. So how did you feel watching?
We on fire!
How did you feel watching this game, Shaw? What stuck out to you? And any comments about this win against 76ers? Again, this was an overtime game.
I mean, in overtime, to really rewind all the way because it was a little bit ago. I don't remember exactly how the whole game went at the moment, but we came through in the clutch, bro.
Yeah.
If that's one thing I could say for sure. Tyler Hero came up so clutch. When Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, that was big. We got to talk about that shot.
Yeah,
so
man.
that was
that steal. That little
Right.
pop out from Jimmy. He just knows Joel really well.
Yeah.
And like I felt like he's like, all right, let me just let him kind of.
that was really
Oh, yeah,
defining.
who hit a big shot? Tyler Hero.
Well,
right?
you got to
Yeah.
first. It was Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, was that steal?
Yes.
that
That's right. Okay,
they
now it's coming
trapped.
back to
They
me.
trapped Joel Embiid.
Yeah.
And offensively, Jimmy killed it in that game, bro.
Yeah.
He was a beast in that game, bro. He had like
Oh, yeah.
28, 29 points or something like that. He killed it.
Yeah, 25 points, 9 assists, 9 rebounds, so
Oh.
almost a triple double.
Sorry.
But yeah, he poked the ball loose, gave it right to Tyler, and I mean, we posted the clip on our IG.
Yeah.
This kid just stopped and
Hold
popped.
Like it was nothing.
at 19 years old.
Boss.
Just
move.
is like, I'm taking this.
And
Just,
then a hero comes along.
that's it. So, I mean, impressive. I mean, the moxie on this kid, the bravado, the confidence. He's the real deal, and that's only going to grow
Yeah,
as he gets older. So, I mean, that was really the thing
That
that
takes
stuck out the
cojones.
most.
We call those cojones down here in Miami.
Cojones.
Yep.
Huge, giant cojones.
So then we go into Washington, a dud against the Wizards.
With that win,
Yikes.
though, with that win, we maintained a 6-0 record in overtime games this
Yeah.
season thus far. And at that point, we
Damn,
were 14-1, having the best home record
Right.
in the league.
Yeah.
So then a whiff against the Wizards. Those things happen. We shouldn't let them happen, but this bench player that off the Wizards, I forgot.
It's because we
Just-
want to be. The
the
thing
dude
is, we
caught
want
fire. What
we
was
want
his
Bradley
name?
Beal.
One of
So
their
they're like,
rookies or
yo, be
something.
nice to Bradley. Let him feel good about himself. Like we let him.
He didn't
Garrison
play.
Matthews.
Bradley Beal wasn't playing.
Oh, he didn't play.
He was injured.
Yeah, Garrison Matthews. This kid just hit a
Yeah.
bunch
Yeah,
of threes.
bro. He looked like a guy that he would have signed in
Right.
the practice squad.
Exactly.
That's what I felt like when I saw him.
Duncan
So
Robinson.
why the
type.
fuck isn't he on the Heat?
Yeah.
It's the first thought I had in my head.
Yeah.
I was like, look like Tyler Johnson, just a little bit taller. Like,
Yeah.
why the hell isn't he on the Heat?
All right, then the first game of 2020, hosting the Raptors. Nice showing against the Raptors, end to end, kind of dominated that game. Then
Big high profile game.
Then
Lot of
off-
celebs.
Then off to Orlando on the second end of back to back, another dud. 6 points in the fourth quarter, extremely
Crazy,
concerning.
bro. That game was depressing
was
in the
brutal.
fourth quarter, bro.
Yep. Again, I think we lead the NBA in back to backs. I feel like the Heat are always playing.
I
in
was just,
back-to-backs,
yeah,
right?
I
Like
think
it's-
so, bro. We have to be up there, at least in the top 3 or
Right?
2.
They're
That's
playing
because
a
we're the
ton.
back to back
Or,
champs, son.
or the three games in 4 nights thing.
Yeah.
Like it's we're doing a lot of that. It's excessive.
For sure. Then again, just last night, the Heat beat the Trailblazers 122-111. Overall, just a great
Where
performance.
was your boy Melo at, bro?
I think he did all right. He didn't look that bad.
Carmelo Anthony, 11 points, 3 rebounds. 2 rebounds, 3
And what
assists.
about your homie Hassan.
He actually had a really good game.
Yeah, he did. 21 points and
You know
18
he's
rebounds.
shooting.
Welcome back,
you know-
Whiteside.
Wait. Let me see what I wrote about him. I think he's shooting.
We got shooters.
Yeah, no. He's shooting from the free throw line 77% on the season so far. Like, where the hell was that when he was down here?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what the hell?
He's happy up there, man. I don't know. He wasn't happy here.
Look, man, when you get traded like that and people are talking shit about you, you feel like you got something to prove. You got a chip on your shoulder. Yeah, his stats are good and everything, but the team sucks.
That's the team, but that's the type of team Portland is. Everybody at Portland's got a chip on their shoulder.
They just got empty
Damian
stats, though.
Lillard,
They all got empty
Damian
stats.
Lillard, CJ McCollum,
Yeah.
fucking Carmelo now, and Whiteside.
Yeah,
Bunch
very
of dudes
true.
with chips on their shoulder.
Very true.
Portland's a beautiful place. Maybe just that change of scenery, you know.
Yeah, Portland's dope.
No,
He's just over there ripping cartridges and chilling.
Is giving
Probably.
him minutes, fellas. They're playing him. They have a spot for him because that offense they play requires a big center because their backcourt is so small. They need a big time 7 foot plus guy on the court at all times to maintain that defensive anchor to slow the game down a little bit because their front court is very little and they need that. They need that anchor.
Yeah.
So that's why
And
he's very
happy.
helpful.
He likes Damian Lillard
And they pop threes
He's a
like
fan.
crazy. They pop threes like that's all they do. So Whiteside's chilling. He
Yeah.
can sit down there,
Yeah.
go for rebounds. You know,
Yeah.
shit, or if they don't get the shot, they can throw it down to him, and it's like old school type of offense they run.
And-
So the Heat are
Good,
too
man.
fast paced for a guy like Whiteside. He can't run like Bam. Look
Yeah.
at Bam. Look at
Yeah.
the difference.
And shout out for Hassan for viewing our story. You called him out on
Yeah.
our story, and he there was a view there.
He did, man, for like a
Hassan
on
second.
Whiteside.
Yeah.
He definitely swiped through our story at some point.
Definitely. Hey, man, it is what it
He
is,
didn't
bro.
reply though. Has he left us a comment or anything?
Nah, I wish, bro. I would have been dope.
Not even a reaction.
Not even
a
anything.
little
Not even
reaction
a little star,
emoji.
a little double, a little something.
He was probably a little, you know what he's going to react to? Like maybe a little thumbs down because I said shit you might not have liked.
He
but,
gets
you know.
tagged in so many things. It's probably just a quick glance.
Yeah,
but,
no,
but anyways,
absolutely.
No, I felt bad. He was kind of hurt that everybody was bullying
yeah,
him.
it wasn't
was.
his fault. I mean, look,
Yeah,
he
well,
had up and down.
Offense didn't need him. Our offense didn't need him, bro. Straight up. When
Also,
we
look,
sign him.
There were some of the boos I think were justified because his effort was definitely lacking on a lot of nights, and also whenever Spoelstra tried to make a rotational move, he was always pouting. So look, he's not.
It's about how you present yourself when
Right.
things
Yeah,
aren't
yeah.
going
He's not
your way.
100% like
He was very
innocent
immature. He was
here.
very
Yeah.
immature.
He was very immature here. He definitely had a lot of good things going. I don't have any ill will towards the guy. I think
It's just part of the game to
Yeah.
boo him. Show him that
exactly.
we're giving
But
him
again,
giving him a
I don't
hard
think
time.
I don't think we should have booed him as much as we did. I think the Heat crowd should have been a little bit.
You think he thought he was going to get a tribute video?
No, definitely not. But he was traded. You know, he didn't. He kind of pouted his way into a trade. You know, he was always unhappy, so it kind of forced his way. So the boos are a little bit justified. I don't think it should have been as much as it was
Because we showed him love, man. You know, in the beginning we were like, "Yeah, you're our guy. Like we wanted
Right.
you to be our
Yeah.
guy."
And look-
So did the offense
Yeah,
because
and
the
then he
offense
just-
showed him love. The offense when he first
Yeah.
was initially
Yeah.
into it, bro. He's averaging 36, 35
Now he
minutes
goes over
a
to
game.
Portland all
Is what he's
stoked.
averaging there.
Get outta here.
I have empathy.
He
for,
went down to 23 minutes a game, bro. It's hard to produce when you're not getting your minutes. I mean, I get it. He went about it completely wrong, and then that's all. I don't. It is what it is.
I just have empathy for people that get traded because that's like something. It's like the concept of trading is just crazy to me. Imagine if like trading was like something that was cool in like regular businesses. Be like, go to Jim in accounting and be like, yo, Jim, we need to have a talk. You're being traded. What?
Yeah.
We found.
We got to take it. We got to send you over to the Toronto.
Yeah,
office, man.
exactly.
Your
You're
whole
being
family's
traded.
here. Everything you do is here. Your
Yeah.
house is
Go
here,
see
your life is
Jimmy
here.
in human resources,
Yeah.
and he's gonna take care of everything for you,
Or you're
man.
being traded for what? For some cash.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We got some better assets.
Where am I going? Oklahoma.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's
Trading is
tough,
a kind of
man.
a crazy
Yeah, it
concept,
is.
you
Yeah,
know?
it is.
He should have seen it. I know he saw it coming, and I know
That's true.
he was prepared for it to some extent because I mean, how many fucking teams should have been showing interest?
Yeah.
The Blazers probably showing interest for a little bit. His agent was probably aware. Hassan knew what was going on.
It's messed up because we just figure that these guys have great lives, so we don't have any sympathy.
Right,
for
they make
them.
millions of dollars. So, playing a game.
So really, like,
I mean, it's hard to transition.
if they
in
don't
real life.
perform in their job, they
yeah.
they don't have control.
You
where
sign
they go.
up for it and it's the norm in sports.
Hey
like
man,
that.
Portland's a good spot for him, bro. He's.
I'd love to go to Portland.
Yeah, Portland's beautiful.
I'd love to check it out.
It's really nice.
Did you tour there?
I went. Yeah, I've been to Portland. I went to Portland. It's in Oregon. Yeah, I went there. I
I
played. a show
haven't
there.
been to the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, it's
yet.
cool. Yeah,
I'll
but I
check
didn't
it
go
out.
into like the forest or
Right.
anything super nice. I just saw like this downtown and
Right.
played at some venue and then left.
Got some donuts.
Yeah, I ate Voodoo Donuts.
Right.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But even though now we have like salty donut down
Right.
here, so like Voodoo Donuts is not impressive.
No big deal.
You know?
All right, so next up for the Heat, Heat play the Pacers Wednesday night, and then into Brooklyn against the Nets on Friday, and then the Knicks.
Yeah, we got a big road trip.
This is 3 wins right here. The pace, it's all on the road.
Yeah.
Pacers, Nets, and Knicks. 3 wins, Shaw? What's your
3-0,
prediction?
baby. Let's
3-0?
go.
You got 3-0? 3-0?
I'll go 2-1. I'll go 2-1. I'll go 2-1. We beat, who is it? Pacers who?
Pacers, Nets, and Knicks.
All right, I'm going to go lose to the Pacers, beat the Nets and the Knicks.
Okay. Duba?
3-0.
3-0.
Woo! Sweep.
I like
Bring out the
3-0.
We need to step it up, man. We lost 2 out of our last 4 games.
They got a very winnable schedule all the way up into the Clippers game. So you got the Pacers, Nets, and the Knicks. Then you host the Spurs at home. Should win that team. Should win that
Oklahoma
game.
City should be a good game. San Antonio's whatever.
Oklahoma,
Sacramento's not looking that bad.
But Oklahoma's on a tear right now, bro.
and whatever. Who
Yeah.
the fuck is another guy?
Oklahoma's on a little tear right now,
Yeah,
too.
they're doing good. Spurs, then the Kings, then the Wizards.
What happened to the Spurs? I don't
And
know.
then
What
you
are
play
they
the
doing?
Clippers on the 24th.
Our classic January West Coast trip where we play everybody right now.
The West Coast trip?
Is that what we're doing, right?
No.
I just got an alert. Dwight Howard reportedly is committing to the slam dunk competition.
Oh, that's cool.
That's awesome.
Dwight
Sorry,
Howard?
no, those, yeah. Just big news alert.
He's revitalized, bro.
Bro, have you seen this guy?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, he looks like he's.
He got those dumbass braids, and now he's all.
But it's not, bro. Have you seen
stoked,
the way
bro.
he looks, like his body, bro?
Yeah,
Like, bro, he's lean.
He's always had a crazy body.
No, but he's always been
Those
big and
shoulders,
bulky and
like
like
those
big
big
shoulders, like
yeah.
Hassan Whiteside. But now he's like small, but not small, but lean, dude. Like he's cut up and just like no body fat.
He used to have like a big ball, like shoulder.
Yes, bro. I know. When he came in the league, his arms were small,
Yeah.
and then as more and more time goes, his shoulders got bigger and bigger, and he got big. He was huge in Orlando, but like now that's not needed anymore. And you could tell he changed his diet around. He's doing a whole bunch of different shit for his body. He looks solid. I wish the Heat would have paid a little bit of attention, bro, because
Lakers are winning that chip,
he
bro.
would have been so solid for the Heat, bro. Oh my God, bro. Imagine him on our team.
He's
coming off the bench or
He's
starting.
the second backup, right? He comes after JaVale.
No, he's
right?
number. He's a 6th man on their team right
He's
now.
a 6th man?
No, I'm sorry. Kuzma is. He's like the 7th guy on the squad. First big man off the bench.
He
for
subs AD. He subs in for AD.
Sure. No, 8.
Or is it JaVale McGee that's starting?
He
Is
No,
JaVale
subs
McGee
in
starting?
for AD,
I
but
think
then they
no.
play both
I'm
of them.
sorry, bro. Dwight Howard starts for them,
Do they?
He's starting.
and JaVale McGee comes off the bench
Mm.
because they start. AD don't want to play center. AD's a power
So they
forward.
do Rondo, LeBron.
If Rondo's healthy, Rondo, LeBron, or Rondo, Caldwell Pope, I think. LeBron, Anthony Davis,
Yeah.
and
Dwight Howard.
Dwight Howard, yeah.
That's their starting 5.
or Caldwell Pope or Avery Bradley, but I think Avery Bradley comes off the bench.
No, they're
Dude,
starting.
Dwight Howard might be fucking. Like,
Their starting five is-
most improved.
Am I
player,
wrong?
Bro.
Their starting 5 is LeBron, Avery Bradley, Danny Green, Anthony Davis, and Dwight Howard.
See, I was right. I just Avery Bradley and
Forgot they have Avery Bradley.
Caldwell Pope.
That guy's nice, Avery Bradley.
he is, bro. He's one of the best defenders in the league for the longest time. I wish that he would have fucking made a move to pick him up.
Wasn't he on Boston for a while?
Forever.
Yeah,
And
he was
then
on
they
Boston.
kind of started moving around.
Then he played. He was in
So I think he went to Sacramento. I think a couple different teams. Maybe not Sacramento. He went to a couple different teams.
Lakers are stacked.
I think he went to the Wizards.
stacked.
They are. They're ready for they're both for the playoffs, but what they do need is some more shooting. They don't have solid shooting. They need some help in the shooting department.
That doesn't matter. Bro.
One thing I think we should talk about while we're on the topic of the NBA and the Heat is Eric Spoelstra's comments about Jimmy Butler.
Spoke for Coach of the Year.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
he should be up there for
Coach of the
year.
decade, baby.
He made comments that because Jimmy Butler had some lackluster statistical games, so he made a comment that you're not looking for 2K numbers or something like that.
Seriously,
You're
it's not about
to be a
that,
max player. It's beyond the stats. I can agree with that in this particular case. I think 90% of the time it is about the stats, but in this particular case, where you have the match of the culture and the work ethic that Jimmy Butler brings to the table to kind of steer these young guys in the right direction, I think, yes, you need to pay him max dollars. First of all, that's what he commands. That's what the market dictates. He's a max player. And there will be lots of nights that Jimmy takes a back seat to a lot of these players and feeds them the ball. And he will have off nights. But the team is built in a way that can withstand that. What you're really paying here for Jimmy Butler is you're paying for a top 25 player. He's not a top 10 player in the NBA.
15.
Okay, whatever. Fine. Top
25
15.
is too high.
Top 20, whatever.
No,
He's a
top
top
20. Oh, nothing past 20.
He's top 20 player in the NBA. If you're grading them, he's a A minus B plus player, right? He's a B plus.
B plus.
Yeah, B plus. But from a work ethic perspective, he brings it. He's A plus from a work ethic perspective. So you are investing in his work ethic being contagious to Bam, to Tyler Hero to Duncan Robinson, and it clearly is contagious. Like they clearly have absorbed it. So in this case, yes, the work ethic supersedes the statistics that you would get from him. I think if Pat Riley could pick, would you rather give me 25 points a game and just not coach these other kids, or would you give me 18 points a game and just make sure that you bring it every practice, and show up every practice?
Whatever they're doing,
I think they would do that.
Whatever they're doing is working.
Yeah.
Because the results are just tremendous, man. These kids are just killing it right now, and it doesn't seem to be like slowing down.
Yeah. It shows you how important
this road trip is going to test them a lot right now.
Yeah. Any road trip will against NBA teams. I think, again, the intangibles are so important. Yeah. They're so important. Isaiah Thomas can put up 32 points a game. You know what I mean? If you give him the volume. I mean, anybody in the NBA, they're so good. You give people volume, they're going to they're going to score.
But Isaiah Thomas isn't transforming teams.
Exactly, because he doesn't have the work ethic. He doesn't have that vibe around him.
Something about it's like LeBron's power too. LeBron's power to join any team, whatever team he's on, it's going to be better than it was the year before. No matter what.
You can see that Jimmy Butler walks into the practice court, and everybody will say, "Okay, it's work time." You know what I mean? Like the mood shifts in a positive way. And he's also a very good fit for this team because he's a goofball. Also, he's serious, but he's a goofball. Yeah. And that the locker room's a bunch of goofballs. They like to have fun in that sense. Not like Whiteside was a goofball where he was 100% of the time. But like Bam and Tyler and these guys, they have big senses of humor and they like to joke around a lot, and so does Jimmy.
There's not a lot of There's not a lot of egos on this team. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of camaraderie on this team. These guys are working together. It's about the collective. It's not about the individual. It's hard to have a team hum on that type of tune. You know what I mean? It's hard. Yep. It's hard. It's really not easy. But the type of culture that the Miami Heat put out and players know, like James Johnson, they interviewed him the other day. He's like, look, I know I haven't been playing. He said, doesn't he have the game last night?
Game.
Yeah, he said it last night. He goes, I haven't been playing, but the way our culture is down here, we got to stay ready, and we're always ready.
We got, man, I don't know, man. We got a championship coming, dude.
And not yet, not this year, because I'm telling you right now.
No, not this year, but in like 2, 3, maybe 5 years.
We're a piece away, bro. That's it. Just one piece.
Soon, man. Within the next 5 years, we might get another one, dude.
Yeah, if we don't have to trade away too much of our youth to get a solid piece.
We still have Pat Riley, man.
Yeah, but I'm saying if we can make it happen with our youth and keep them, and then build on this and add another piece or two through free agency, yes, we're gonna win a championship very soon. If not, be competing for them for a while. And
making some nice deep playoff runs.
I agree with everything you said about him. Well, because like he's what the Miami Heat stand for. Mm-hmm. It was a perfect passing of the torch to have him come in and replace Dwayne Wade as our big time player.
Agreed.
It's I want to see them. I just want to see them continue on this. I don't want to see anybody start getting lazy. Yeah. I just hope injuries don't ravage us.
It's not gonna happen, dude.
I know though one thing though, when Justice Winslow comes back,
it's not gonna happen.
When Justice Winslow comes back, he's gonna be a different team.
Yeah. All right, another topic that I think we should cover is the 2 Miami football teams making some big coaching changes, right? We had the Hurricanes and the Dolphins. Some news there. Shaw, you want to cover that?
Yeah. Apparently, to a lot of people's surprise, the Dolphins fired Chad O'Shea, the offensive coordinator. But it came to pass, and I found this out yesterday listening to the radio. What really started to happen was there was a lot of disdain and animosity start to be built in within the coaching ranks within Flores and him, because he's the one that pushed to get Rosen and us trade a second-round pick for him. Mm-hmm. And then if you really think about it, bro, he was the wide receivers coach for the Patriots. He was the wide receivers coach for the Patriots. So, like, he was never an offensive coordinator. And look at how our team this year did. We had the worst running game in NFL history. Mm-hmm. Our receivers played really well. So this guy's a glorified receivers coach. That shouldn't be an offensive coordinator. I think Brian Flores realizing this so quickly was very, very instrumental for this team. So he went ahead and hired one of the long-time, solid coaches in the league, and Chan Gailey, who's been an offensive coordinator, a head coach in college, the NFL, everywhere. He's got experience. I think he retired in 2016, 2017. He convinced him to come out of retirement. Another thing I like about Brian Flores, man, he hires these veteran guys to keep around him, like the coach Caldwell last year, but he got sick. You know, now he's bringing in Chan Gailey. He likes a veteran presence around him because he knows it's good to have that around him. So
I guess Chan Gailey, I mean,
let's see how he does, but he's a very good offensive coordinator as far as the spread. He pretty much knows every single offensive system that's in football pretty much, bro. He knows every single one. And it's good to have a coach that's so well versed. Yeah. So that's so well versed in an overall offensive aspect of football.
I agree. Experience can't hurt. And look, let the guy pick his staff, you know?
Yeah, and let's see what happens with who he picks up. As you know, there's gonna be some changes in that regard. Now the UM coach is the UM offensive coordinator. Change was amazing. They picked up Rhett Lashley from the Southern SMU. Mm-hmm. He was the offensive quarterbacks coach for them last year. Their team finished, I think, 12 and I think they had like 11 wins or 12 wins, 12-2 or something. Some really good record. Mm-hmm. One of the best records in a bunch of seasons. Their quarterback was one of the best in the nation. He's still there on the team. And their running backs did amazing too. Their 9th rated overall offense in FBS. Out of 130 teams, had the number 9th rated all offense. And you want to know where UM's was rated? 109th overall out of 130 teams last year. That's pathetic.
Yeah, it is.
And to have this guy come down to have this hire, bro. Manny Diaz is being credited by every single aspect, and any credible person in college football has been complimenting this hire. So I'm really happy that these young coaches that are going to be leading our football down here know what time it is and are ready to make a change right when it needs to be made. Like Al Golden, other coaches in the past would keep their friends on board because of loyalty, and look what it did. You know, so did Adam Gase. Did the same fucking thing. Kept Matt Burke a defensive coordinator for no reason. He was one of the worst in the league, bro. He kept him there for 3 years, or the whole time he was here, his whole tenure.
Right.
Like it just things like that. So I'm really happy that we're seeing a shift in this aspect.
We'll have football all year round.
It's a lot of growth, and even this offensive coordinator coming to the U, man, he's gonna bring a lot of good positive things for the recruiting.
Yep.
You know, we're gonna have a spread offense. It's gonna be an overall fucking beautiful offense. We got so much talent on the U, bro, that it's gonna be able to shine now. We signed 2 of the top 10 running backs in the nation. You know, in the nation, number 2 overall and number 10 overall. Yep. We signed them both. I mean, we're gonna make something happen with this coach.
Go.
So I'm looking forward to it, man. And that was what I wanted to say. And I think that's just I just hope these coaches. I hope they bring in the proper guys to do it with them. And let's just go. Let's just make this shit happen, bro. Because we got the talent down here, and the Dolphins got the money.
Coming back, baby.
I don't want to say all that, bro, but we just need to get positive, confident football down here. And if we got the coaching and the shit talking, we need to back it up. You know, and that's it. We got the talent to do it too.
Agreed. All right, so keep talking about football. We're gonna keep going on that train. We're gonna wrap up the show talking about the divisional matchups that we have for the next weekend's playoff games. So we have
getting ready for the Super Bowl here in Miami this year, boys.
That's right. So we're heating up.
We're going. If anybody has any Super Bowl tickets, bro, holla at your boys, dude.
They didn't give us tickets to the Eagles game, bro. They ain't giving us Super Bowl tickets.
Our show's gonna be way bigger by then. All right, we're gonna have a lot more followers.
So we got the final 8 teams. So starting on Saturday, January 11th, we got at 4:35. We got the Vikings at San Francisco. That'll be a good game. It's interesting to see San Francisco on this big stage if they can really come through and beat the Vikings, who are rolling right now. I don't know. That's going to be interesting. I'd like to see Jimmy Garoppolo and how much poise he has in his first big playoff game. What do you think, Shaw? Give me a prediction. Vikings and Niners.
Kirk Cousins versus Garoppolo?
Vikings and Niners. Yep. I mean, I don't know. I mean, if Dalvin Cook is fully healthy and their offense is clicking on all cylinders, I think the Niners are going to get a run for their money with that defense they have. But yeah, I'm going to lean towards the Niners because they've been proving all season that they're just a powerhouse. But the Vikings could surprise some teams, bro. Teams like the Vikings come out of nowhere and win Super Bowls, bro, like this team right now.
Vikings or Niners?
Niners.
All right, I'll take in the Vikings.
I said I didn't even pick one. I'm going to go with the Vikings. Sorry.
Yeah. The spread is San Francisco's favored by 6.5 points. I'll take the Vikings.
Yeah, you guys are done. How much are you betting? $1.
There you go. You buy the next lunch. Next Monday.
You all pay me
$20.
All right, so then the night game, Titans at the Ravens. Baltimore favored by 9 points. This is a big favorite at home.
Lamar Jackson's about to go off, bro.
Ryan Tannehill, bro. I don't know, bro. Teams like the Titans too, bro. Out of nowhere, bro. They come and end up being in the Super Bowl somehow, bro.
Dude, if
and some
Tannehill
weird
wins
ass
a
shit.
Super Bowl, bro, I'm gonna be hot.
Even if he goes, man,
gonna
you
be
don't know
hot.
even where he's at right now. He won his first playoff game. Like, what the fuck, dude?
I'm gonna go fire the Dolphins.
This just shows how incompetent the Dolphins have been for so long, bro. When all our guys could just go out and be so successful like this, man. It's so stupid.
All right, so Titans and Ravens. Predictions? Ravens. Okay, all of us say the Ravens. Then Sunday, January 12th, Sunday games, 3:05 Eastern Standard Time. Texans at Kansas City. This is going to be an exciting game. Deshaun Watson versus Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, it's
What do you got?
KC.
KC?
Kansas City.
Yeah, I'll take Kansas City as well. Then 6:40 Eastern Time, we have the Seahawks going into Green Bay against the Packers. Packers favored by 4 points.
Seahawks.
Taking the Seahawks.
Yeah.
You?
Packers.
Yeah, I'm going with the
Packers have been freaking edging by barely all season, bro. Aaron Rodgers has had one of his worst statistical seasons in his career.
He's about to come in
He's
clutch.
been letting the running backs just win games. It's not, bro. No, I'm sorry, bro. Seattle's defense is made for the playoffs.
He's not going to be.
All right. So we got our picks in.
Devontae Adams is all he's got.
Whoever gets the most points and right picks next week, you're off the hook. Yeah. No, whoever gets the least amount of points.
Whoever loses buys lunch.
All right, good shit. All right, so that'll wrap up the episode for this week. Thank y'all for joining us. Always appreciate the support. Always appreciate the love.
Much
Check us
love,
out, Spotify, iTunes, IG, Twitter, all that good stuff. And we'll catch you guys on the next one.
Peace.
Peace.
Bless up.
Hey, you try to get over, you're gonna go under.